Hello and welcome to this video on how to install the Joomla CMS from scratch. Now of course you've got the easy way where you can go to your cPanel if you've got a web hosting service that offers cPanel style control panel. Then you can just go on down here to Fantastico and install Joomla that way, and you're just a couple of clicks away from getting it done. But just in the event that, well, let's say you want to do things the hard way, or maybe you are like me and you have a web hosting company that does not offer a cPanel style control panel, then this is how you can do it from scratch. First and foremost, here's one spot you can go to. Now, of course, there's a few more out there on the web, but this is probably, well, this is where I'm going to go to, and I'm going to show you on the video. It's joomla.org. And what you can do is come on down here, and we want to install the 1.0 series. We don't want to mess with yet the 1.5 series. It's got some cool stuff to it, but it's still in its baby stage, so I'm going to wait till they get all the bugs worked out of it first. Anyway, so now we're here. We want to go to download and just click on this. And then you can download it to your desktop or wherever you're going to download it to. I've already done this, so I'm going to cancel this. And once you get to your desktop, what you want to do then is you want to unzip the file. So you have in a folder, let me show you what I'm talking about here, right here. You have in the folder all the goodies that were zipped up in here. And now what we want to do is we want to upload this to our website. Now, once you've got to your website, you want to determine where on your website you're going to upload it to. If you want to put it in the root directory, like say for example the domain name is gardeningfordummies.com, and that's where you want to upload your Joomla site to. Maybe you want to start a membership site or just a regular content management type site, and you want to just put it into the root directory. That's cool. Then your URL to get to your Joomla would be www.gardeningfordummies.com. Now then, if you want to put it in the subdirectory, which is what I'm going to do, and you want to put it in, say, gardeningfordummies.com/Joomla, then we want to go to, in the case of using cPanel here, go to File Manager, and we want to come on down here to the public_HTML, click on the folder thingy, and we want to create a new folder, which I've already done. I've named it Joomla. You can name it whatever you want, whether it's users, membership, whatever. And again, this is the process you go through if you want to have it in a subdirectory. If you want it again in your root directory, then you just stay in your main root directory, which is this guy here. As soon as you open up your file manager, this is where you'll come to, and then you just create new folder. In this case, be it Joomla or membership or whatever, and then that's where you will upload all of those files I just showed you on my desktop. All these guys here. So the easiest way to do this is to open up an FTP program, highlight all these guys here, and then upload them into the folder of your choice. Now I've already done that because it took all of about 10 minutes to do that, and that's 10 less minutes on this video you got to deal with. So anywho, what we want to do now, go back here just to make sure it's all there. Cool. Okay, so this is everything that is in that folder that is now uploaded to this folder here. And what we want to do now is go ahead and create our database. So let's head on back over to the front page here of our cPanel and MySQL databases. Click on that, and I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. New database, and we're going to name this one, let's try something imaginative like Joomla. Create database. Database created. Click on go back, and you want to add a username, and let's say Joomla Steve. Password, let's go with something easy to remember like Joomla Steve. Now, and by the way, folks, you want to not do this. This is just for the sake of the video, and you do want to remember it. So I would suggest writing it down somewhere, putting on a post-it, tape it to your computer, whatever. But again, it's pretty important that you have this. Otherwise, you'll just have to repeat this process later. Okay, so click on Create User. Now then we go back. We've got the account created. We got the database created. Now we have to add the user to the database. User. Okay, there's that. Okay, so obviously I forgot, that's right. It only takes so many spaces for the name, and I forgot that this has to be in there as well. So the Joomla Steve part only got the Joomla STE. So I think it's like 13 characters or something like that. Anywho, so this is what we want to do. We want to assign all the privileges rather than just being selective here. We're going to go ahead and do all of them. And this is the database site name. Again, it defaults to add this in front of the name that I gave it. Add user to database. Now we've created the database, we've created the user, and we've associated the user with all privileges to that database. I believe we are good to go. So now then, okay, we're going to need to know this here too, the local host. 99.9% of the time, whenever it asks for well, we'll get to that here in just a sec, because some of this information is going to be required to install in our Joomla interface for it to be able to work with this database. So, yeah, rather than clicking back and forth here, I'm going to minimize this here a tad, minimize that a lot, open up a text document, boom, 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 copy and paste some of this info. So we've got, kind of make a cheat sheet of sorts here. Come on, work with me. Okay, so now then, got this as a user. Copy, paste. Make sure you get that space out of there. Okay, and now then it's going to need to know the password as well, which, if I remember correctly, was the same. Oh, wait. That would be JOOMLASTEVE, I believe. Yeah, we'll see. If it doesn't work, well then we can come back and change it. And the database name, we're going to need to know that as well. Which I believe is just Mitcom Joomla. Oh, come on now. Copy and paste. Okay, yeah, I should remember that. Okay, so this should be all that I need, and we will find out here shortly. Get you over here. Get out of the way. Open you up, and let's now head on back over to, and get another tab open here. I am tools.com / where are we at here? Joomla. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Well, that's what's supposed to happen, actually. And if you weren't paying attention, or you went to get a sandwich, what I did was I typed in the domain name, myimtools.com / and then the folder name that I installed or uploaded all those goodies to, which was Joomla. And then just hit enter, and this is what came up, the pre-installation check. And so far everything's cool. Just run down through here, and this is fine, by the way. The global settings is on. Frankly, I've never found that to be a problem, but you want to make sure that all is green. And if this one here, the register globals, is red, then again, I wouldn't sweat it. It's not that big of a deal, and I'll check into it later on. But it looks like everything's cool. Looks like we've got everything going good. So now then, go down here to next. As you can see, we've got a few steps we've got to go through here. And the license, of course, you must read every single word in here. Now then, host name. Again, usually it is localhost. That's what I was talking about earlier. And that's what it is here. I've only had one web host in the past. It was 1-in-1. It's a great service, and I actually still use them. But they did not have theirs set up this way, to where localhost was not the host name. It was something else. But it's pretty cool. Very easy to work with. Okay, MySQL username. Username is this, and the password is, I believe, this, and we will find out if not. And then this. The table of prefix, we'll leave that alone. Install sample data. Yeah, might as well. Now, if you're already familiar with this and you've already gone through this step a few zillion times, then you can untick this. This is a new site, so we don't have to worry about backing up old tables, drop existing tables. So you don't want to do that. You'll have to just go through and recreate your database altogether again. Okay, so on to the next step. Are you sure these settings are correct? Well, of course I'm sure. I never make a mistake. Yeah, right. Okay, so far success. Now then, site name. Here's where your imagination comes in, folks. You probably already figured this one out, but I'm going to go with my IM tools, for lack of a better name. Okay, confirm the site URL path, blah, 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 blah. Your email address. Now this is going to be pretty important here too, because this is where all the stuff's coming to. So we want to make sure this is correct. myimtools.com. Cool. Okay, admin password. You might want to copy this down somewhere, because if you don't have this, you're pretty well, SOL. Now you can go in and change this later on, but for the time being, though, you're going to need this. File permissions, user. Now you can do this. I mean, if you're comfy with this, then I would say, you can change this, but I would just say leave it alone, and then hit next. Please remember to completely remove the installation directory. That is cool. Okay, so now then again, I've already copied this. I knew this was it. For the username, it's always going to be admin as far as the default. But make sure that's lowercase too, just in case it's case sensitive. I think I said case too many times, but you get the idea. Okay, so we want to make sure that the installation directory in our control panel, the C panel, is deleted after we get all this stuff over and done with. So we're good to go, folks. Check it out. And of course, a nice friendly reminder there. We need to remove this and then refresh the page. Hey, that's cool. It won't even let us go any further until we delete that. So let's get on back here. Installation. Let's go up one level because I hit the folder instead of this. And then over here, delete this folder and all contents under it. I'm pretty sure that's the one we want to delete. Okay, so I think that is it. We're good to go. Come on back here and then refresh. And voila. That, folks, is how you install Joomla CMS, a very powerful content management service, onto your website from scratch without the help of something called Fantastico. So it's really that simple, folks. So I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you much and have a great day.